Guys, here's a look at day one decimal work. You're going to start off with a number line, and it says to shade the first 7 units of the tape diagram. If you want, instead of just shading the first 7, go ahead and go all the way across, because you can use this number line because you're going to have a decimal and a fraction for each point on this number line. And I think filling out the whole from 0 to 1 is going to help you out with some of this work down here and with your fractions on the next page. So you'll see that 0.1 is 1/10. It's 1/10. You need 10 of these, 10 tenths, to make one whole. Just like you need 10 tenths in decimal form to have one whole. And you can think about money. If you have 1/10, that's like 10 cents or 1 dime. You would need 10 dimes to equal one whole dollar. So moving across the number line, we have 2/10, 0.2 in decimal form, or 2/10 in fraction form. So you can see the pattern. So I've done this for you, so you can take these and use that to help you fill out the rest of the number line, okay? Now, down here it says to write the total amount of water in fraction form and decimal form. So you're gonna do both. So I did this one for you. You will see they have this bottle divided up into tenths. And 0.5, you know, is half. Well, the water level goes just past 0.5. It actually goes up to 6/10. So to put that in decimal form, think about looking back up here. Well, 1/10 looked like this. 2/10 looked like that. 3/10 would look like this. So 6/10 in fraction form looks like that. Well, this is 6/10 in decimal form. Okay. Now I'm also I've already sent out a link to a YouTube video with some information on an introduction to decimals and what that looks like. So check that out. That's going to help you out a lot. Okay. So this is to get you started. And you'll notice that some of these are set up a little bit differently, and you're just going to have to look at the bottle. This one here, you're actually going to have to shade in 9/10. So again, look at your bottle. They have half of it labeled, so up to 0.5 or 5/10. One whole, you know, is 10/10 or 1.0. Okay, so you're going to shade this in to show 9/10. And you're going to write 9/10 in fraction form, okay? And then these down here, just read these directions and follow. You'll be just fine. All right, so let's look at the fractions work real quick. So they did the first one for you. They totally filled it out. Draw a number bond and write the number sentence to match each tape diagram. So this one, you have one whole. You'll see the bracket at the top. This is one whole. And you can see that they've partitioned this tape diagram into thirds. So 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3 equals one whole. And then they did the number bond here for you. One whole is a third, a third, and a third. So all 3 of those thirds equal 3/3 or one whole. Now this one's a little bit different because they didn't shade in the whole thing. They shaded in 4/5. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 parts. 4 of them have been shaded in. So that's 4/5. So to write that in a number sentence, look at these brackets, how they have it divided. 1/5 plus 3/5 equals 4/5. And then my number bond would look like this. 4/5, and I have 1/5 and 3/5. Those are going to be my small parts underneath. 1/5 and 3/5. Just like that. Okay, and together 1/5 plus 3/5 we know equals 4/5. So use these first 2 to help you with the other 4. You should be good to go. These are 2 really great examples. And think about all the stuff that we've already done in fractions. You know, you remember that the top number, the numerator, tells you the total number shaded in, 4. And then the bottom number, the 5, is the denominator. And that tells you the total number of the parts of the whole. There are 5 parts of this whole. So my denominator is 5, or 5ths. This whole had 3 parts, so I had thirds. That's my bottom number, 3, the denominator. All right, hope that helps. Check it out. Talk to you later.